Happy New Year! Maybe again. So I just attempted to go live about 5 minutes ago, but apparently the internet wasn't working. Welcome to 2017, the future is bright. Hope you had a good New Year, hope you did interesting things over the New Year. I went to Brussels. It's alright. It's alright. Nice to be back though, nice to be back in the routine. You know what the best thing about New Year is for me? Everyone's in a positive place and everyone's putting long-term goals out there, what they're going to achieve. As fickle as New Year's resolutions may be, at least people have got long-term goals, so more for it, more for it. So just before the New Year, I intended to start weekly live feeds and kind of failed because Christmas and New Year gets in the way a little bit of being in a regular habit. But I'm back on them, so this will be episode 2 of the Brew review, which basically I'm just going to select random items of things that you can brew coffee with at home and give an honest opinion on usability, cleanliness, like how hard it is to clean up after yourself, what the coffee actually tastes like, what you're looking for, and just give an honest opinion on it. You go to a lot of hipster cafes and you see V60s scattered around everywhere. They really are the brew method of choice for a lot of hipster cafes. You go anywhere and you can see them. But Hario themselves are a plastics manufacturer. They make loads of stuff. Don't get me wrong, the V60 is a phenomenal thing, but these guys, this is just one arm of what their business is. This isn't a small business that really specializes in coffee that's refined this. But the V60 so far, my use of it has been a great little brewer. But they have been absorbed by the speciality world as much as the AeroPress as a really great way of brewing coffee. What I want to talk about with the V60 is kind of to demystify it almost, because it looks a bit weird. I mean, at first a lot of people think it's a cup. It's not actually a cup, it's got a big hole in the bottom. So you can't really just brew straight into it. So I'm going to talk about it. First of all, you need hot water. Damn it! Love going live. Should do like a bloopers section, but I think the whole thing would just be a bloopers section. By the way, if anyone's watching this, would be nice. But if you could look through and see if I did a live feed like 5 seconds ago. I did one, kind of just crashed out. Interested to know what people brew with at home? Let me know. A lot of people bought Sage barista machines at home over Christmas. I noticed on our Facebook and started tagging us in it, which is great. And a lot of people tagged us in cafetiere. So it'd be interesting to know what you brew with at home and if you want any advice, tips on what I do. It's not saying that what we do is the perfect way. My explanation when I go and trade people in coffee shops or bars or restaurants or hotels is if you've got 3 coffee experts in the room and you ask their opinion on how to make, let's say, the perfect cappuccino, I believe you'd get 3 different answers. Not to say that one's right and one's wrong, but be careful where you learn. Like, there's no such thing as right and wrong with coffee. I think taste is the only thing you should look for. Everything else is kind of just a bonus. If the technique's slightly different but it tastes great, it doesn't really matter. Yeah, you can go down a fine-tooth comb and find out what the exact historic meaning of a certain thing is, but for me, taste first, and as long as you can distinguish the difference between drinks, then that's the important bit. So this is a gooseneck kettle by Hario. The reason I'm using this is it just slows down the flow of it. That's something that you won't get in the kit. What you do get in the kit, and it comes in a little box like this. This is the plastic 01, so basically it's a 1-cup brewer. Is you get the V60. Looks like this. Let me know if you've used a V60 before. Let me know if I'm teaching you to suck eggs. And a scoop. Basically, 1 scoop equals 1 cup. You pour it through the V60. You don't get papers with it. In the link below, I've just linked to Amazon. I explained last time that we're an affiliate for Amazon. Rather than selling it and competing with them, we thought we'd just direct people through there. Let me know what you think of affiliate schemes. I want to know a lot today. I'm kind of needy. With the V60 paper, all I'm doing here is you take the edge and you just fold it down. I started doing that because I didn't really know, but the main reason is that it just gives a nice smooth edge inside, rather than if you didn't fold it, it'd push in a bit. So you just get more of an equal extraction, the flow's a little bit nicer. Then you want to pop that in there and put it above your cup. Then all you want to do before you put coffee in is just pour and cover the paper in water, making sure you get most of it. Pour it through until you've got a full cup underneath. That does 2 things. It preheats your cup so the coffee doesn't get shocked when it goes into your cup, so you get more equal extraction. And paper gives off a taint. So when you start pouring water on paper, just like anything, it extracts the dry mass of that paper, so you get a dryness. It's still to do with the total dissolved solids, but when you pour water onto paper, it extracts a little bit of papery taste and dryness. So doing that into the cup now means that that shouldn't come through in the coffee. It's just a 3-second job that makes the coffee taste that much better. It's amazing how much a little bit of paper makes a difference. On that note, I was just in Brussels and a guy steamed milk in a paper cup to then pour into a coffee cup. Shit, wrong. And it was in a chain. I won't say which chain. It wasn't one that we have in the UK, but it was in a chain of coffee shops. It's like, how'd you get that big without standards? Unless that is the standard, and then how did you get that big? Just saying. I'm not against it and try things, but that's awful. So you get the scoop. Pick your favourite coffee of choice. Mine happens to be Bruce and Luke's. I don't know why. Just kind of like the guys. Oh, my battery's dying. I am sucking at technology today. Take the scoop, get one equal scoop, pour it over the top. Give a shake to level out. I'll show you what I mean. I might need to nick my glamorous assistant's phone charger sitting in there. Thanks, Dale. Dale doesn't want to get in the video. Oh, got a little bit of arm action in there.
Cheeky hand.
Nobody sees what Dale looks like. Right, so I'm going to get a bit closer for this. You're not meant to hold it at the same time, but I kind of want the clarity of the video. Normally I'd have it in a flat surface. So you just want to pour over to get the bloom. So you just pour and cover, try not to touch the papery sides. And you just want to pour to cover the coffee. What is a bloom? A bloom basically makes sure that all the grinds are equally saturated. The reason for this is because when you then hit it with a lot of water, it extracts equally. Rather than hitting dry spots and wet spots and it extracts kind of unequally, by having it all equally saturated, it means when you go for the longer pour, you extract it equally so you get more sweetness rather than bitterness or sourness. Once you've bloomed it, gently pour over in circles. Sorry, it's hard to look at the camera and the coffee at the same time. You know when you think something's a good idea and then you do it? And then it is? Could be. Just keep on pouring in concentric circles. I had to Google this because I didn't know what the word concentric means. But the reason for it is you pour in circles getting slightly bigger, and just not hitting the same spot basically. The reason for that is then you make sure the flow of water goes through each part of the coffee and you just get more of an equal taste. There's no point in just pouring the water in one single spot because you just get really, really extracted in the middle and then there'll be bits on the outside that were under extracted. So yet again, it's just getting equal extraction. I said this in the last time, the rules of extraction work across all brewers. It's agitation, temperature, and time. They're the 3 rules of extraction. In an espresso machine, it's high agitation. In a dripper, it's low agitation, but higher time. Cafetiere, higher time. But it's just a calculation of them. You know at school, if you ever got that triangle, that's not a triangle, it's a square. If you got that triangle of how to calculate what speed you're going at, same rules for extraction. Apart from you don't know how fast you go. So keep on pouring over until you get a full cup. And it's as simple as that, really. You just pour over, pour over. It's a paper filter, which makes a little bit of a brighter cup. It's not, I don't know, how do I describe it? The paper is a finer filter. So you don't get as much body as you would in an espresso, because that's a melter filter, and you don't get as much oiliness as you would in cafetiere, yet again a metal filter. But it makes it quite a brighter cup, which is nice. It's a different cup of coffee, but it doesn't give that traditional strength that people look for in coffee. I like it. The main benefit of this over a cafetiere is when you're done, don't know why I went American there. I do that a lot on this video, don't I? You get the paper filter, and you just toss that in the bin. Where's the bin? And then from there, you just give your V60 a little rinse. But your coffee's pretty much there to go, and it's just an easy way. I don't know if you've ever made coffee with a cafetiere. Cleaning out them things is an absolute farce. There's a couple of tricks you can do, but it's messy, isn't it? And you try to do it, it clogs up your sink. You can chuck it in your garden if you want, but cafetieres are a bit messy. They're an easy way to brew, but they're a bit messy. Benefit of a V60 is, I mean, it's literally no cleaning. I mean, if I was on, what's the shopping channel called? QVC. I mean, that'd be the. I would rinse the heck out with that point because it's so easy to clean. It's always about easy to clean in it, but then like slices or whatever. Yeah, I should go on QVC and do rubbish at. Yeah, so V60, wicked little brew. To be honest, I don't use it enough. Like I said last time, we use the Cuisinart in here a lot. It's electric, just means you don't have to pour over. This is a single cup brew, so it makes one at a time. Normally when I'm making coffee, there's normally a few of us around, whether that's just meeting people, meeting mates, or another business meeting, or just having one here. I'm normally with other people when I have coffee. It's normally a social affair. So I don't tend to just make one cup at a time. But if you only ever make one cup, the V60 is a great way. There is arguments between the plastic and you can get a ceramic one as well. The ceramic has better heat retention. Personally, when it comes to taste, I don't think it makes much of a difference because you don't need much heat retention when the brew only takes about 4 minutes. I honestly don't think it makes that much difference. You can play with your extraction temperature a bit if you want, but for me personally, when it comes to taste, I don't think there's much of a difference. The main bonus is you get a bigger V60 in the ceramic, so you can make 2 cups at a time, or 4 cups at a time. And that's the main difference. There's different things you can get jugs and decanters underneath rather than a cup, and there's different ways to move forward with it. But yeah, that's kind of my overview of a V60. I just wanted to show you how to use it rather than people going, oh, that's a nice cup, which we do get a lot. But if you don't know, you don't know. I'm just going to try and keep on doing this to demystify what brew methods are. A lot of people ask us that want to get into fresh coffee, normally brew instant, and what they use to brew and what's the easiest way. These are like £5. They're not exactly busting the bank. They make a really nice cup of coffee. I will boast and boast and boast that fresh coffee tastes a million times better than instant. Don't get me wrong, instant has its place. It's a great functional product, and if you're making like 4 cups of tea and 3 cups of coffee, you've got a family around, you just want to get it done, instant works. But the taste, and if you've got a little bit more time, the taste in fresh coffee is so much better. And that's just me. Hope you enjoyed the video. Let me know in the comments below, yet again, if you brew with something at home, you want a little bit of hints and tips. I'd rather be doing a video for something that you want to know about, rather than something I'm just talking about. So let me know. Hopefully you enjoyed the video. Let me know what your New Year's resolutions are as well. I'm trying to drink more water. I'm trying to drink like 3 litres a day. So far, all I do is pee. But, yeah, what's your New Year's resolution? Thanks very much for watching. Have a good day. Mickey says hi. I use mine every day at work. They're good, aren't they, Mark? What's the best parts, worst parts about V60? Shoot. See you later. Have a good day.